All right, welcome to the Sonic Project 06 Watchalong, where I'm going to just be commentating over this run and kind of talking about what's going on. I am using the run that is on my channel and not GDQ's channel because I fixed the visuals and synced the audio, as the splash screen of text says. Because here's what happened. 5 minutes before I was supposed to go live, the internet at my parents' house, as you can see in the background of the stream, I was at my parents' house. I was having internet issues the whole time, like the 2 weeks before this run. This run was on May 6th. And so my parents graciously let me go to their house because they also have really good internet and use their internet. But no joke, 5 minutes before I was supposed to go live, internet crashed. Like, well, I guess almost crashed, because technically what you're seeing is how well the internet is working there. And I was so unbelievably stressed. I think people said I hit it really well, but I was unbelievably stressed about it while like on live and stuff. So what you're seeing is my Discord webcam and the Discord stream. That's why we got like the live and shit on there. And that's why sometimes the visuals go away, is because it was a Discord stream. So I'm really, really sorry about that. And I wish that I could have, you know, I wish a million times over that I could redo this run with better visuals and everything. And now I know in hindsight, I'm going to locally record any run that I do for a marathon. So that way, if internet issues happen, I have a way to fix it. But man, it was really painful. I was nervous and just so out of it the whole time, because I was like, what if it just crashes in the middle of it or something like that? So that's kind of what happened, and that's the background. This is what I believe to be the best version of this run, where I, was able to fix the visuals as much as I could, as well as resync the audio, because it was desynced for like the entire run. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of jump right to the start here. We are running the Sonic P06 Shadow release because I submitted Sonic Project 06 in March. Silver release came out in April. Obviously, they wanted me to run what I submitted. They didn't want to run Silver release because obviously the Silver release would take more time. As you can see here, Discord messed up, so we don't have the first like 30 seconds of the run here. I didn't know because I couldn't pull up the internet because the internet wasn't working. But apparently it was just working enough to be able to stream to Discord. I don't know. Huge shout outs to Richard, the main tech person, for, I don't know if it's for GDQ as a whole, but for this marathon, they were a huge help and super optimistic and like just supportive of getting this run out here. But yeah, so we're doing the Shadow release, which means we have all of the glitches and the high jump and all that fun stuff, which honestly, it was kind of nice because we were able to, because I was able, this was kind of like a final hurrah for the Shadow release, and I was really happy that the first GDQ showcase was for the Shadow release. As you can see, having some internet issues here. I was having some fun. Hypnotics was an amazing person to host with. He was so fun and just like so cheerful and also incredibly supportive, like in the preamble, I guess, before I went live and everything, and it was just super awesome. Wave Ocean went super well, even in the parts that like you didn't see because the stream wasn't live. It went super well, and then of course this is my classic. If you've seen some of my commentated speedruns I've done for Sonic Story and the Shadow release, this is kind of my token thing I like to do. You know, talk about Sonic Riders. Even without wings, I still fly. And then, of course, you're going to see right here, we are going to get the roof launches, which I was really nervous about because obviously I've been practicing the Silver release for like 3 weeks up until 2 weeks up until this marathon, and was really, he was having important stuff at parents' house that day. I'm at my parents' house right now. Like this is what you're seeing, the background of this stream. This is at my parents' house. Cool thing that I forgot to mention during the run that I wish I had mentioned, but again, I was just too flustered with the internet issues, is that where I am sitting is where I played Sonic 2 for the first time, which was crazy. It was like just kind of a cute little bookend, I guess, to my entire journey. I did not know that, what would have been 19 years ago from that day that I would be, like, if I had told myself, I'm like, you're going to be playing this franchise for, I think there were like 1,700 people there for this run. Like, it was crazy. Did I beat the final? Yes, I beat in the Death Egg Robot. But here we go into Dusty Desert, into, I could have not guessed, if I had like a million guesses for where I would have messed up in this run, Dusty Desert, not one of the places I thought I was going to mess up. But at least Dusty Desert's a super short stage, and, you know, again, this is when the nerves were really going in terms of, like, is the run going to be good? Am I even live right now? Like, Hypnotics was still talking to me, so I kind of remember, or was kind of able to tell whether we were live or not. But, yeah. I don't know. It was really cool to be able to do this, and kind of being a GDQ was really surreal for me. I had never really had, like, I had always wanted to do a GDQ run, but I never thought I was going to be a speed runner or anything for any reason. And it was just really cool to do this. But yeah, very, very neat stuff. So, as we just finished Dusty Desert here. Unfortunately, I don't do the White Acropolis rant, but I know that the chat was just going absolutely ham when we got into White Acropolis with Sonic, which was pretty neat.
And recreates it into something better, at least in my opinion. And here in White Acropolis, we're going to see a lot of that with these snow.
I think I did a pretty good job in talking and filling the space as well. I know right here in White Acropolis, I kind of fall into it because I love White Acropolis's music, and I just started singing along with the music, but it was kind of my goal, because they had told me beforehand, of course, that the host, you know, Hypnotics here, was going to fill any dead air, and I was like, no. Project 06 doesn't need it, because literally, I maybe, I don't know, I maybe did... What am I trying to say? I would say I maybe explained like a third of everything that's going on in this run. Of course, you know, not talking about a million different things like small optimizations and shortcuts, as every speedrun is. But I also feel like with Project 06, it's like I'm trying to explain a trick, and as I'm trying to explain the trick, I go through the entire stage. And then, yeah. They didn't let him fill much dead air. Well, the thing is that this was a hotfix event, and there was no, like, donations or anything. If this were a charity marathon, I absolutely would have, like, cut commentary, probably in Dusty Desert and Tropical Jungle, since they're just princess stages, and there's not too much interesting stuff going on with them. Really happy to have gotten this first try. Right here. Talking about the Tails DLC, which is one of my favorite parts of memeing on White Acropolis, because literally every single demo of Project 06 you can skip Tails, which is hilarious. Yeah, no, it was a goal of mine to not let Hypnotics have to fill the air or anything. I really just wanted to, you know, this was the first showcase of the game. There was a lot of explaining to do. Obviously, when we're like 10 showcases down the line, there won't be as much of a reason to talk about everything, kind of like with games like Super Metroid and Castlevania and stuff. So it was really cool to be able to kind of dissect it all. You notice that like Kuriru, Rev, Philip, none of those guys were there. The thing is I really wanted everybody. I wanted Gordon, I wanted Philip, I wanted Rev, and I wanted Kuriru with me. But that would have been 5 people, plus the internet issues, plus the host. And I was like, that would literally have just been a clusterfuck. So I decided just to go this one solo. Hopefully, if we get to do like another live event or something, we'll be able to have everybody there on the couch or something, which will be really exciting. Gordon Ramsay, not the chef, the speedrunner. Yeah. Hey, miss my streams? I mean, you know, I'm always live, so... Legible screaming about Sonic would basically have been what the commentary was, so that's why I decided to go solo with this one. This is also the point where it started getting incredibly hot in the room that Haley and I were in. You can't see her, but Haley was right off screen. She really wanted to be there to support me because I was incredibly nervous about this run. before the internet issues started happening. So really happy right here because Crisis City always gives me trouble regardless of what release we play in. So I was super happy to get this skip here. Kind of took a bit of a safer route with the purple gem instead of doing the double homing attack. Because again, we're in the Shadow release where Sonic's double homing attack works like the way we want it to, the good way, I guess. Missing the 1-frame spin dash here, which is really sad. Was hoping to get it in Shadow, but we didn't get it in Shadow's run either, which was kind of upsetting. But definitely, this is where I was kind of starting to fall back into the Shadow release stuff. I did practice the Shadow release, like, on stream and during all, like, week prior to this. But I was definitely nervous just because I didn't want any silver release tech, like, infiltrating my brain. Now, I didn't play much Sonic or Shadow at this point in the silver release, so it wasn't too bad, but definitely I can still feel like I overturned a couple times because of the new, like, tank controls that are in the silver release. Really happy to get Supersonic here. I made sure of that. I wanted to be able to play as Supersonic in all the Mach Speed sections. And we, for the most part, get to do that. But there are some times where we have issues here. And then this is where I explain the double input glitch that I've done a million times and figured that the best spot to explain it was during the Crisis City Mach Speed section because it's literally just a straight line forward. Yeah, I kind of talk about the double input glitch here. It kind of sucked, like, talking about it, knowing that most people play the silver release. But, yeah. Throughout some of the stages with Sonic here or with some of his amigos. I don't know, that's pretty much, I guess I'll just react to the stuff that happens, because I didn't, like, have a plan for anything I wanted to talk about in this watch-along, so... Really sad that Sonic didn't get nailed by any debris here. I figured that would have been kind of funny, but also didn't break up the flow of the double input explanation or anything, so very happy about that. Oh yeah, this is where Hypnotics is talking about their experience with Retail 06, which is awesome. By reacting to his own runs. Dude, literally, yeah. Basically. Flame Core here, really excited for this stage because my idea when it came to Flame Core and Aquatic Base, because I wanted to show Knuckles off at least once. Obviously, we can skip him twice, taking the death there in Flame Core, getting wrecked by the double input glitch. I missed the 3-frame window that we have, so kind of got wrecked there. But when it came to showing off Knuckles, I was either going to get the Flame Core clip and then skip him in Aquatic Base, or vice versa, where I was going to, where I was going, if I didn't get the tube clip, I was going to show him off in Aquatic Base, gosh, words. If I didn't get the tube clip here in Flame Core with Sonic, I was going to do obviously the Knuckles section and then not show him off and do like ball skip in Aquatic Base. But if I got tube clip, then I was just going to do Aquatic Base normally, which I think was kind of funny because some people told me afterward that Gordon Ramsay was in the chat and he said that Knuckles won't be showed off during this run. And then I show off Knuckles during this run, so kind of got wrecked by that. I do still have to look back on the chat. I do kind of wish that GDQ, I understand why they don't, but I do kind of wish maybe in hindsight that'd be fun to do as well, is to throw the chat in there. And here we go. Got first try tube clip. I was so freaking happy to get that because that lowered the estimate by so much. A Flame Core for the beat 'em up. I like the level design. Level design and the music. I think I literally talk about it right here, actually. Are you sure you watched the run, Alex C. Merck? Because you're asking me a lot of questions that I commentate on in the run. It's going pretty well, mayonnaise. I'm currently doing a watch along with the GDQ run here, which I was very excited about. But Radical Train here, you know, it's Radical Train. I had the purple gem equipped earlier because I was in my silver release mindset, or I actually equipped the purple gem. Do I actually do it? Oh, I do the purple gem strats there. Kind of with they're doing a bit of silver release stuff, which is kind of fun. But taking it a little bit safer because doing a blue gem high jump off of that crane is pretty tough. It's pretty tight. And this is kind of where I explain what the purple gem does and stuff. Which I think that the explanations on the gems were pretty good. I don't know. I obviously know how the gems work, so it's kind of hard for me to judge, I guess. But here we go with Supersonic, and I believe we get kind of wrecked here in Radical Train. I think, like, the wall bumps me off or something here. I was happy to show off Supersonic in Radical Train at least a little bit, but yeah, we didn't get the left turn there, so thankfully just got to restart the section, and we did Radical Train as normal Sonic, but this is probably, in terms of showcasing, the best Mach Speed section to do with normal Sonic, because obviously, eye candy-wise, like, Supersonic roof launches are really cool, but, like, normal Sonic chasing down the train is also really awesome here, and got to make the little joke that Eggman had some nitrous in it. Had nitrous in his train or whatever to get it to go so fast. It kind of makes me wish that Chaos added, like, a graphic to the train with Eggman having, like, boosters or something on it to kind of explain how he can outrun a Mach Speed Sonic. But fun fact, from what I know, at least from what Chaos told me a while ago, is that level 4 in Retail 06, the fastest speed you can go, so like after light dashing with Mach Speed Sonic, is the exact same top speed as a boosting Sonic in Sonic Unleashed, if you didn't know. So, fun thing here in Tropical Jungle, I don't believe there are any deaths here. I think I get log skip on the first try and everything, which I was really happy to do, because log skip is always a really annoying one. But, yeah. Pretty cool.
Funnily enough, if you land in the sand in Shadow's story, you don't fall through it entirely, even when you're Omega.
Yo, Flashacat, how's it going? Happy Thursday to ya. I'm just kind of watching through the GDQ run we did, kind of explaining my thought process and stuff. As you can see, I've got some sweat on my brow. It was so unbelievably uncomfortable in that room. Because it was just so freaking hot, because it's like in the upstairs of my parents' house. And, like, it was super duper hot that day where I live in Missouri. So, I just absolutely, it was just, like, my hands started getting really sweaty and everything, too, which I think is probably part of what caused some of the mess-ups that happened later in the run. But, yeah. Explaining log skip here, of course, I went for the easy one, because I didn't want to sit here for 20 minutes trying to get the hard log skip. Thankfully, the water here played nice in Tropical Jungle. You bring your entire setup? Yep, everything. Well, everything other than the desk. But yeah, you can see the boom arm mic, had both monitors, webcam, all that.
Finishing up Tropical Jungle and
Sonic Unleashed. I mean, I'm not very good at Sonic Unleashed, so I'm not the person to ask for that.
I do say, depending on the viewpoint, I know some like her, some hate her. It's just how it is.
I am so upset at that part. Yo, Hypertails, how you doing? Welcome to the stream and happy Thursday to you. I was really upset about that part because I slipped up. I didn't want to bring up any, like, BS about the story of 06 or whatever. And then I like made like a tease at Elise, and then Hypnotics was like, "Oh, what do you mean?" And I was like, "Shit." So tried to dodge it there. Maybe it'll end up in a cringe compilation. I don't know, but very cool. Very happy with how Kingdom Valley went. This is probably like the most consistent stage I had in the entire run. I think I played this one very well. I don't think it was sub 3 minutes, but I didn't expect to get a sub 3 in Kingdom Valley. Definitely. It was really weird not seeing Silver spin jump at this point, considering in the Silver release, because I don't know, it kind of seems to mess with his hitbox a bit, because I don't think his standard jump hitbox and his spin jump hitbox are the same. But I think I kind of adjusted to it pretty well here. Thankfully, you got this on the first try. The kind of sucked if we didn't do that. But, yeah, so technically all 3 hedgehogs are in there. Very happy to get that jump. That jump is actually pretty difficult to get there. Also, getting the automation break here, going over the top of this tower was very cool to get as well.
do some drop dashes to get our
But yeah.
bottom real quickly.
You have iron as a bottle of water? You mean, like, this is just a jug, like a sports jug of water. It's part of my day 75 challenge to drink a gallon of water a day, and that's the biggest water thing we have, so what we use. This is where I say to load up the Stelmo Pogs for Castle Skip. We got Castle Skip first try. Thank Christ, man. I was nervous about Castle Skip because that's an annoying one to have to reset and redo all the time. And if we die, we wouldn't be able to be supersonic in the Mach Speed section, which would stink. This is where I showcase the yellow gem and the red gem, I think. Yeah, I do. Showcase the red gems. So all of the gems are in this speed run. All the gems are in the run, which I was very happy with. No, clearly, because this is the Shadow release, and the leaderboards didn't exist for the Shadow release anymore, I should have talked about this earlier, but I wasn't specifically trying to do a no major glitches run or trying to do a Sonic any % run. I was just like, I'm just gonna showcase what I think is cool. Because 52 minutes was pretty generous. I would say at the time I submitted this run, I got a 44. So, yeah. I definitely think for silver release, I'll probably have 115 as the estimate for all stories there. Especially as we get better with the runs and stuff. But it'll be really nice to submit for future stuff because you can have up to 5 submissions and there are 5 categories. Yo, Victory Cannon. Got to see this run live. GG's. Thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And welcome to the stream. Happy Thursday to you. How's my day? Day's going awesome. I'm always excited. Always happy. 10 out of 10, in fact, whenever I'm streaming. So I hope you guys are having a good day as well out there. I don't forget how long this run is when watching it. But this is kind of where the internet started to stabilize. I don't think we had really any issues other than I closed the game in between Sonic and Shadow's story because the longer a Unity game runs, the more issues it tends to have. So just to make sure we didn't have any frame drops or crashes or anything, I restarted in between stories, and thankfully we didn't have any issues like that. But just ending an aquatic base here, I'd say the aquatic base was okay. It was still really cool to watch and stuff, and I got both ball skips on the first try, so I was very happy about that. No real, in the Sonic portion anyway, there was no real major blunders. But, yeah, I was really nervous on this part. I don't think you can hear it in my voice, but I was pretty, it was like, ooh. Also, a bit of behind the scenes. If you ever show up to the stream for a first time, most streamers have this first time chat. Whoops, didn't mean to pause it. If you're curious about that, what happens behind the scenes. There. Sounded pretty composed to me. Well, that's good. I was like really nervous throughout this entire run because I was just terrified if the internet was gonna die. And like in between the run, because like I was also worried because this was like halfway through the day of the marathon. I was really kind of hoping that the run was gonna be at the beginning or the end of the day. But it was right smack dab in the middle, so the internet issues really put it behind, which sucks. Infatuation with balls? Yes, I call the balls orbs. I didn't call the balls orbs for like GDQ haha orb meme. I called them orbs because I didn't want to say balls a million times, because I know there are people that are normally in my chat that are watching and could not take that seriously, so that's why I called them orbs. But yeah, for some reason, Sonic 06 just loves balls. There are balls every freaking where. Orb mode. I wonder if BeatZ will ever release that as a character thing. Same with chair. The Stelmo chair. As we just fly over his entire section here because the gliding has been. But yeah, I got to explain a bit of Knuckles here. Gordon getting shown up. Which was kind of funny. Yeah, very happy to get
very, very powerful trick we can do here in the Shadow
You get this here?
Blue gemming and jumping is
Mandatory service in the army? Dang, dude, I'm really sorry. Really sorry, Alexi. Yeah, that actually really stinks. So, I hope the stream's making your day just a little bit better. I know there's not a whole lot I can do, because I just stream Sonic games. It's awesome because you're streaming. Hey, I appreciate it. Glad I was able to lift your spirits a little bit, as I ramble through talking about this run. Really pixelated here, at least on my screen, just because of all the red.
What do you think about that?
And aquatic base. One thing I do kind of wish I did that I didn't do a whole lot of was I wanted to involve Hypnotics a lot more into the run. But you know, it was how it was. Constantly thinking about the internet issues. I can't overstate that just everything, like my brain was just, thankfully, it's honestly a good thing we did the Shadow release because I had so much more experience with the Shadow release that like I kind of like went on autopilot when it came to commentary for this run. Because I was mostly occupied with, you know, thinking about the internet and whether or not this run was actually going to work. Supposed to operate the balls? I have no idea, Mom Squad. It's weird. It's weird. Oh, but oh my goodness. Even in the watch-along. Which do you think stand the best chance in a one-on-one fight? Whoever the writer wants to win. I'm gonna do the Stan Lee answer there. Because, I mean, like, Solaris should absolutely obliterate everything. And, but somehow the characters win against Solaris. So it's whoever the writer wants to win that fight. But, yeah, really happy didn't have any mess-ups in Tails Wave Ocean. I think that would have been pretty embarrassing if I messed up in this stage. Was a little worried here, but we land on the rock just fine and do that. You could have said Elise. That is since she is a character in 06, that is absolutely an option. Also, there we go. We got to see a little bit more of the bed. As I have no idea what was going on the other side, but I guess me quitting the stream and restarting kind of messed some stuff up. But thankfully, I cannot believe the luckiness that came from, like, literally, it came back right as I was starting Shadow's story, which was really nice. But, fun fact, I actually told Haley about this, like, before I started the stream, is, like, there was no way we were moving the bed out of that room. It is a major pet peeve for me when streamers, like, have, like, their beds behind them. I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it bothers me, and here I am on probably, like, the biggest stage I've ever been on up until this point, with a bed in the background that I was really mad about. Really happy to easily get both of these clips here in White Acropolis, but, yeah, we get to see a really cool exchange here. I'm honestly surprised that this cutscene, or that really any of the cutscenes weren't updated for the Silver release, but that would take quite a lot of time. The Silver release trailer cutscenes that Sonic Pox made were really cool. Actually, I think Chaos made the Silver one, but the Sonic and Shadow one are really, really neat. Yeah, this is a futon.
Oh my goodness.
It's behind me right now.
That was a computer stutter.
Oh, I guess kind of a bed, but yeah, no, a couch. Definitely helps suppress the noise.
From the original game. We are going to switch to Shadow here. Normally you're supposed to.
So it's behind the scenes stuff? Oh, okay. Actually, now that I think about it, they probably worked together on it. But I think Shadow's is the coolest out of all of them. It just sucks. I'm honestly shocked that the Sonic one is not, like, at the beginning of Wave Ocean. But, yeah. Your girlfriend be Girl Mo? I guess so. But she's actually Bonzo 720. Yeah, I'm surprised that Chaos didn't just straight up put that in. I really hope that Sonic and Shadow get an opening cutscene kind of like Silver has. Cheese Lord, yeah.
Sonic Pox has his DNA.
I mean, it's the one that was most likely to be in the actual game because, of course, Chaos teased the Crisis City cutscene before the Silver release came out, and then Shadow doesn't have a cutscene at all. But I don't know. I feel like a story, maybe not 06's story, but a story would be conveyed pretty well just having in-game cutscenes like that. Obviously, in the actual story, there's way too much going on to just convey it with in-game dialogue. But just watching the characters interact with each other. Oh, crap. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, I thought that only happened at the beginning, but it happened for a second right there. I guess Richard was, like, on it after it happened the first time. But yeah, I think we boosted... I think this run boosted the viewership of Sonic in the Parallel Worlds by, like, 300 to 500 viewers, so that was really cool. And, like, I'm just really humbled by the fact that the game I play is just that well liked. That people just want to be there, and I really hope that beyond everything that you guys really enjoyed this run, and that I did it some amount of justice even with all the issues. Really happy to get Eagle Skip here the first time.
This is what we call hover car skip. This was found by
I don't know, Bomb Squad.
Of mine that was doing a no ring challenge and trying to figure out a way to
That part made my heart sink. Yeah, I got really, really worried that he wasn't gonna notice or something.
Moving on here into section 3, we're just going to be showcasing some of.
Thankfully, he didn't die here at all, which was really nice.
The bounce attack, we have the Chaos Spear.
And of course, having the benefit. If you didn't know in the Silver release, so in the Shadow release, there was this glitch you could do where you could stack your spin dash speed with your jump speed if you very quickly, like, pressed X and then pressed A. Also, we get Bazinga Skip first time here. Very happy for that. Reppin' Philip is Cold live on the GDQ stage. But, what was I talking about? I don't remember. Whatever.
Moving on here, we're just gonna fall off this.
Right, what was my tangent right before Bazinga Skip? I don't remember. Oh, head chops, yeah. So, thank you. There's this, there's the glitch where you stack your spin dash speed with it, and in the Silver release, to fix that, Chaos put a delay between when you can do an A press after you release a spin dash. Thankfully, that's not in the Shadow release, so you can jump immediately out of a spin dash. But it's definitely thrown me off in the Silver release quite a bit, and I was very, very happy to have it here. Which was nice. I think he talked about in the next version. Don't take my word for this, but I believe in the next version of the Silver release, this isn't just going to be like a glitchy hotfix version. Like, Chaos is actually going to add some stuff that didn't make it into the final cut of the 1.0 release. So it'll be really exciting to see what new stuff is there. Again, not entirely sure on that. I don't know. I feel like I say stuff that Chaos has told me, and then he goes, I never said that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So don't take my word for it, but that's just something they told me. So be interested to see if that's actually true. If it was just a hotfix version, that's cool too. Yeah, getting Bazinga, getting to show off. I almost debated running 4.0 or Shadow Release 1.0 so we could have the buggy here. But in Shadow Release 1.0, Shadow does not have the homing attack refresh, where you get your second jump dash after doing a Chaos Spear. Shadow doesn't have that, and I was like, there's absolutely no way I'm running the game without that. Be an absolute pain. The buggy's not worth it, and now here we are in the territory where we're basically just running through Sonic stages again.
One unique object in difference between his and
This is what I'm talking about in Flame Core, that, like, level design wise, in Flame Core, there's only one unique difference. People with you was just shocked until you finished the speedrun. What do you mean, Alexi? What more could Chaos add to it? So there is he teased it on his Twitter, but he might be changing the hover car section of Shadow's Dusty Desert to a unique vehicle. But I don't know. Maybe they were. I didn't see the chat. I need to go. I do want to go back and look at the run. and watch the chat back, the chat replay. Because I haven't seen how people were reacting to the run or anything. Maybe I'll do that tonight, I don't know.
1, 2, 3.
This is the new meme that I kind of was like, there's really nothing to talk about in hang glider sections, so I was like, let's do that.
3. It just keeps going.
Custom made as a rider's board? I think it's an amalgamation of other vehicle pieces.
Yeah, so,
But I'm not sure.
There's a little bit of a gap in between the kill plane and
Yeah, so stuff like that. I don't know if anything else is going to be added, but
don't have to worry about it
because I don't know what else was supposed to make the cut in the Shadow release. What might be interesting if maybe he brings back the unused from beta testing, the unused invisibility for Amy. Not that Amy needs the invisibility. The animation was just freaking wicked. I wish you guys were able to see it, but this was it was a very long time ago. It was during 2022, like probably, I would say September of 2022. Chaos in the P06 speedrunning Discord, he was showing a preview of the Silver release, and we got to see the Amy invisibility animation, and it looked so cool. It's like, I want her to have invisibility just to have that animation in the game. It was sort of repurposed into her tarot card idol animation, but the invisibility animation was really sick. Extremely anime. As is most of 06 and P06. Not that that's a bad thing. Might get 2 cutscene, which Silver has 3? I don't know. I mean, the thing is that, like, each hedgehog doesn't have to be congruent. Like, you can see that with the upgrades. Shadow has 1 upgrade, Silver has 3, and Sonic has 8. So, I don't know. Like, just because one story has it doesn't necessarily mean the other story is going to get it. Unfortunately, we are in the Shadow release, so I don't get to show off any of the cool tornado kick tech, because the tornado kick is literally useless in this release, just like it was in Retail 06, which kind of sucks, but... Upgrades in what way? Sonic, in Project 06, you can collect all of the gems with Sonic. Shadow only has the memory shard light, and then Silver has 3 upgrades that you can get. You thought all? What do you mean by all? You mean like the bounce bracelet and stuff too? No, all those abilities are inherent. I would love to see the memory shards get dispersed. The only thing is that for the memory shards, Chaos would probably have to make it a progressive upgrade system. So where, like, when you find one, the first one you find, regardless of spawn location, is going to always be blue. And then the next one will always be red, and then the last one black. The thing is I don't know what you would do about the memory shard light. Maybe it would just have to be a prerequisite to find all the other upgrades. But it would be kind of weird for Shadow to have that stipulation versus Silver having that stipulation.
So technically, you can't optimally do a Shadow speedrun without dying at least once, but...
Very balanced side and middle mouth? Yeah, he does a great job on his renders. I mean, he made the game, so it makes sense that he can make cool art of the game, too. Yeah, but he really shows how expressive the 06 models can be. Because a lot of people think just because of how they were animated and stuff in-game that they couldn't be expressive, but they really are. It's cool. Loved every single render he's made for me, too.
We're switching to Rouge, and we're hitting some orbs. Again, I don't know what it is with Sonic 06.
Here I am talking about the orbs again.
Pretty interesting. Just using that to open the gate here. Funnily enough, if you use a character...
kind of hard. There's nothing really unique to talk about with Flame Core. Obviously, this is the first time we see uninhibited mode.
I guess just for story purposes to give her something to do. I'm going to show off some...
We'll add an upgrade icon with the name next to it. Why would he do that?
That's called cage dashing. There's a little bit of...
This was really cool. I'm really happy that I got to show off cage dashing, which was something that, like, we kind of knew about in the Shadow release, but it's... For some reason, cage dashing is significantly easier in the Silver release than it is in the Shadow release. In the Shadow release, you have to, like, spin dash with the character into the box, and then when you spin dash, you can't go straight up. You have to go sideways. But it was really cool to get that there. This was really cool too. Another benefit of doing these shadow releases, I got to show this version of Radical Train, which we can kind of do Radical Train while skipping the stuff, but once the hotfix is released, we won't be able to do it anymore, which kind of stinks. But who knows? We'll see. Maybe Philip will find another way to skip the trains. But really exciting too that Chaos really likes cage dashing and is going to keep it in. Yeah, I don't know why Chaos would add like a board icon or anything. Getting to show off the decorative train here. I would have kind of loved this as an Easter egg, like continuing on. Obviously, like Chaos wants you to actually play the section, but I would love it if it was like Eggman, like if you were to jump down there, like Shadow would be like, or like maybe like a text box would pop up that would be like, he'll never find me here. It is really cool. But what's even cooler? Think the chat was freaking out about this or something? Oh, that's cool. So aquatic base is one of my favorite stages to showcase for Shadow. Yeah, I'll definitely make sure in the future to add the add a chat box. In order to go as fast as possible. The thing is I don't know if I like could. I would probably just have to screen cap the chat replay. I don't know if I could like make the chat box work like it. I don't think. I think you have to have your stream key as well. I guess I do have a stream key, so. Someone, did you have good sleep? Yeah, I had fine sleep. I'm just yawning. Happens when you talk a lot. Like the boards in Sonic Riders? I know what you mean. It just I don't know why he would add it. It would be cool though if the upgrades kind of talked about the memory shards, but if the base upgrades were also dispersed between the levels. Now, at the moment, like you wouldn't be able to complete levels, but maybe I yawn when I watch your streams. True. True. If you don't yawn when watching the Stelmo stream, like what are you doing? Even my own streams making me tired, guys. Yeah. I also did a lot yesterday. Mowed the lawn. Obviously streamed, mowed the lawn, woke up at 4, worked out, all that stuff, so just kind of recovering from yesterday, I guess. But our lawnmower died, so I think I'm gonna go buy a like manual lawnmower. They're called reel mowers, and I'll be excited to use that. No gas power or anything, just all muscle, baby. I feel like that's probably just a phase you go through. Stel Mao? Watching my streams without blinking? That's pretty impressive. Your eyes must be dry as shit. Love showing off aquatic base. It's my favorite one to showcase, even in the silver release still, just because we use all 4 of Shadow's chaos abilities. We don't use it to the same extent that we do in the Shadow release, but it's still really cool to show this off here. As we get to the end here, kind of crazy that we go through 3 stages in 8 minutes now that I'm looking at the time, because this was a 48-minute run, and we're at 40 minutes right now. They're not only dry, they're hurting a little. Dang, dude. Fantastic Sonic game for you to do so. Alrighty, here we go in Wave Ocean. So, Hypnotics, the reason I did my shoutouts here is because Hypnotics went off the air for a little bit and told me earlier on, during a cutscene, that they were running behind, so I needed to do my shoutouts during the run. So this is why I do my shoutouts here, and I'm pretty sure I got everyone that I wanted to shout out. The only thing I guess I didn't shout out was like the people who come to my streams, so I'm sorry about that. Shout outs to all the people who come to the streams and watch me do this and help the dream become closer and closer every single day. You get me? Bomb Squad, I'm pretty sure you weren't here at the time. Big Mo, thank you. Thanks for the lurk, Ada. We had the computer stutter there. Unfortunately, because it was a Discord stream, the computer stutter happened. I was really worried about that. But that's on the video there. I think I talk about it a little bit. But yeah, Haley was actually like sitting in the corner of the room. She was even more stressed out because of all the internet issues we were having. You can kind of see here my hair is getting really glossy. Oh my god, I'm sweating buckets. It's a good thing you couldn't see my armpits because they would have been absolutely disgusting. Stream still recently? Yeah, I'd say that's how most people do it. The community poll for the stream time change, most people seem to just watch the YouTube videos, which kind of stinks. I'm kind of curious. Probably in my next community post, I will like you in any way. Oh, that's nice of you, Alexi. Take it as a compliment. But yeah, I'm curious as to why a lot of people aren't able to make it to the streams. I guess it's just a time thing, but I figure like 4 or 5 hours-ish. How long my streams usually go. The thing I think is weird is some people, I think that you have to be at the stream the entire time, which kind of confuses me. I also went over and hugged Dave. New Shadow combo is way better, yes. And then this is where, I was really embarrassed by this, that I died. Okay, Alexi, whatever. This is where I died 3 times. I definitely got wrecked by the collision on this one. I died in the same spot, I think. Yeah, the collision on that boardwalk, there's a little, I'm pretty sure it's invisible, but there's a little hump that knocks you out of your spin dash, which is something I didn't know, to be honest. I think it was 5, it was 4. So it's that death, and then I die one more time. I believe I die over here, yes. I went a little bit too far to the right. Yo, what's up, Skirt? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm watching Project 06. Or playing P06. So yeah, this is the successful attempt here. Was embarrassed that I failed that 4 times, but I wasn't really worried. I'm sure I was getting made fun of like so much in chat during this. Doing POK, fair enough. Got to show off both Dave and the cool route there though, so that was really cool. Classic and modern. If classic Stelmo is from 2 weeks ago, then I guess. As you can see, the hover car kind of making some ripples along the water, as well as. But was really happy that we didn't have PowerPoint P06 here. Oh, was really excited that the hover car made its appearance here. I think it actually runs into Shadow. Yeah, that was really fun. Getting kicked in the back of the head, just like Silver there. But yeah, the hover car, because you end in the hover car. And so that was pretty cool. That's I always like showing off the hover car. You actually can do that in the Silver release, but the hover car stops. Like it doesn't keep moving, but it can still get into the results screen, which is really awesome. But yeah, I'm very happy, you know, to show this off, hitting the trigger on the first try here in Dusty Desert, and the this is probably my favorite part of the run right here, where I just totally eat it and just try to pretend like it didn't happen. I just I don't know, I guess I was just holding the wrong way on the controller or something there. But yeah, that's probably my favorite part. God bless the tubes. Yeah, the tubes were actually very nice today. Shadow stages get, and we get to do most of it as Omega. So funny, yeah, it is pretty funny. So if we press the Y button, we get to go into this kind of thing, and we have a limited amount of ammo that we can refill by defeating enemies. You're playing with it every time? Well, I would hope so. You can't do that section without it, so. Yeah, no, I was very nervous about the tubes as well. Also very happy to have hit this switch. I think I hit the switch, yeah, I did. Which was nice. I hadn't really shot the switch from there in a while, because the day before we were doing Silver release speedrunning, so. And Omega's Gatling gun? Omega's Gatling gun is different in the Silver release compared to the Shadow release, like the aim is different. I did mess up the fill-up fight room though, which was a bit embarrassing. Yeah, the tubes have goofy collision, but it is better. Also, the jump delay after a spin dash definitely messes up with the tubes. Messes you up with the tubes. But yeah, this is pretty much. This is pretty much it. We're just kind of in the home stretch here, finishing off Dusty Desert. Nothing too crazy happens here.
one of the coolest abilities that Chaos added to
Yeah, it was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this watch along as we finish up Dusty Desert and then Tropical Jungle, of course. Yeah, I don't know if I really have anything else to say. I'm just really fortunate that despite all of the internet issues, like, I was able to do this. Like, the internet seemed to have fixed itself. Like, it's too bad. If this run was like an hour later, it would have been totally fine. Like, we wouldn't have had any internet issues at all. But, yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this, because I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope to do more marathons like Sonic and the Parallel Worlds and stuff in the future. I just need to keep my eye out for it and everything. Because obviously there's nothing as popular as GDQ, but I'm sure we can sneak it into some other marathons as well, like the Sonic Adventure speedrunning one. Good to show the final clip here as we head into Tropical Jungle. Marathons are always fun. They're always fun. I also got to watch Shovel Claw's SRB2 kart speedrun from this marathon, and it was really neat too. I hope was the Sonic GT run? I'm gonna have to look at that one on YouTube. Was the Sonic GT run after this one, was it good? I imagine it was just more insaneness in front of a large crowd. It was cool to do it. It was cool to do it. Who knows? Maybe one day the crowd will just be here. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for just being here, genuinely, and making the dream more and more of a reality every single day. So. Looks like a sick run, so I should check it out for sure. So that was it for the watch along. Thank you all so much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.